What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A-List After Dark. I am your girl, Angie, aka Angie's World, and I am joined by my boy, Kevin Pariah.
What it be, people? What it be? You know what I say. Any day above dirt's a great day. Good evening,
I,
Angie. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Kev. Thank you for joining me once again for A-List After Dark.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a co-host now. Like I'm here.
Exactly.
I'm here.
Exactly. That's what's up. I appreciate you.
hmm
So we were kicking it with y'all last night. And I said, we'll be back today. I was like, it's kind of like a slow day, but we're gonna get into some topics today, right? So you got anything to say before we get in? Wellness check. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's Thursday. It's one more to the weekend, which it's always a good thing for me. As always, you can catch the best team in radio every morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern, 9 Free Lounge, multiple networks, and too many to mention at this point. But I'm good. I'm ready to get into this topic. And I know like it's always some fun stuff with you.
Thank you. That's what's up. And as y'all already know, follow my boy Kev at 950 Kev. I'm gonna post my stuff up here. All things Angie's World 1. Make sure you follow me, subscribe to the channel, share the video. It's free. There's so many different ways to support y'all friends. Or content creators that you mess with their stuff. You can always share, like the video, and I appreciate y'all. So the first thing I wanted to get into today, woo, child. Let's start with this. Your man Trey Songz caught groping women on camera. Did you hear about this story, Kev?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know
All
what
right.
to think on it though, but I'll let you start first.
All right. So the thing about Trey Songz is he's been in the news, right? He's always been in the news sporadically, in regards to, either the R word or inappropriately touching someone, or there's always been accusations swirling around Trey Songz. I don't think he's ever been convicted for anything. I'm
Yeah.
not 100, but yeah, he hasn't been convicted. But last week he was in the news because, last week his name was in the media because Rory, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast,
Mhm.
Rory has a show with Rory and Mal, and apparently there was audio of Rory saying that in 15 to 20 years, the Trey Songz documentary is going to be worse than the R. Kelly documentary. He said that Trey Songz is absolutely disgusting. Somebody's going to knock him out one day, that he personally knows 15 to 20 girls that he knows not to be liars that have said this stuff about Trey Songz. He's like, he's the worst kind of disgusting man. I mean, Rory went in, and Rory, I mean, people were like, wow, well, he's a credible source. We've known him for years on the Joe Budden podcast. We
Mhm.
don't know him to like lie about something like this. And people, Clubhouse were having rooms about it, and everybody was like, do we believe him? Do we not? And so he was in the media last week. And now this week they had a woman come out. TMZ obtained the video, and it just shows, did you see the video?
No, I didn't.
Okay, let me get the video real quick so I could show you. But she has video proof of him groping her. It shows she has like a shirt on. He's next to her, and she's like laughing, and he has his hand in her shirt trying to remove her boob out of her shirt. It looks real creepish. Yeah, I'm gonna get your opinion while I look for this video. Go ahead, Kev.
Well, again, like I said, there's smoke. When there's smoke, there's fire, and this situation with Trey Songz with any inappropriate advances towards women has been around for a long time. And the cynic will always say, "Well, why would Trey Songz have to do that?" We understand that, but if we look back in time, the Elvises and we know about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. Just because you're rich and famous doesn't mean that you're not a creep. And it seems that this young man is in that same elk, and it's
Yeah,
unfortunate. And it's going to take a situation where somebody's going to step up, say something, and the proper attention will be given to Trey Songz. But it's kind of disgusting, and it's like I said again, it was a football player. I believe it was Darren Sharper, who's an NFL
Mm-hmm.
player. You know, good looking, guy, made a lot of money playing professional football, and he was like, American Psycho. So it's like you don't know, and it would like to think that people with stats and have to do that, but just because you got money doesn't mean you don't have a bell loose.
Right. And that's what I try to explain to men, because men think, oh, he has money. Why does he have to pay for PUSSY? But it's not about that, because, and I try to explain this to men because I'm like, us as women, we see a side of men that no other man sees. So, not to say that there's not women out there that are lying on these men or trying to set them up or line them up. And there's
Which
some grime.
happens a lot. Let's
With,
just for
yeah,
clarity.
no, it definitely happens. But what also happens a lot is some creep stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing as to where you, as a man, you could be friends with a guy. Kevin's a little tired today, pardon him. So you could be friends with a guy, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you could be friends with a guy from the sandbox, right? All the way up to your 50s, right? And I've seen this happen. Like, I've seen guys be different in relationships than they are in, friendships. Like in high school, I was friends with a guy, right? And my best friend knew this guy from the time that they grew up.
Right.
He was abusive towards my other homegirl, and I saw it. But when I brought it to my best friend was like, my man so-and-so? Are you crazy? He would never do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, a lot of people wear hoods.
So just because, right, just because right, you know what I'm saying? Just because your man from the time y'all in sandboxes to now, you don't know the beast side of him, the beast. You don't know the side of him, the sexual side of him, the monster side of him, if he has one. You don't know the relationship side of him. So as women, we see that other side, that men don't see. So sometimes it's hard for men to believe, oh, why would my man do this? Or why would Trey do this? He got money. Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it happened. So anyway, I'm gonna show y'all the video. All right. So Trey Songz' new accuser sends a letter of demand and provides video showing him trying to expose her boob. A legal team for a woman named Megan Johnson has reportedly sent a demand letter to Trey Songz. They're requesting that he pay for allegedly groping their client. We say this video is from 2013. That incident makes their case a slam dunk. So I don't know if you could see. I'm gonna let it go. You're gonna see.
Not sorry.
I'm gonna let it play again. Look, he went inside her shirt. You see?
Now let me
look at that.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question on that. Now, again, I'm not debating the amount of time
you invaded her personal space.
Let me speak. I'm not coming on the time frame because everybody processes things differently. My question and my issue with that is they're asking for money. See, this is the thing that, and this is beyond the Trey Songz thing, but this is the thing when it comes to these type of lawsuits. We're seeing this play out in the NFL with Deshaun Watson. I don't know if you heard that story. Deshaun Watson, NFL quarterback, allegedly is being sued by 21 women who allegedly, like, he took advantage of them. They were masseuses. So what? But again, it's not, the legal situation got thrown out by grand jury. So now it's in court for financial. It's all monetized now, and I think that's the issue where the credibility has a problem, because again, now it's like, it's not about getting justice or feeling you were wrong. It's about a price tag. And I'm not saying, I know the world, especially here in America, legal is money. You sue somebody, you want restitution. But when that's when you coming out on that, that's when you kind of lose the credibility. It's not so much with Trey Songz, because Trey Songz has a laundry list, But the thing about it is that she's asking for money, and I think that's where the credibility, if we're playing devil's advocate, could have a problem.
I do think that women, I think it's, I see what you mean by when you add finances in it, it looks like a cash grab. But what a lot of people don't know is the cases that are against these celebrities are public. So people can see that, they're getting paid, whether they lose, win, whatever the case is. So it almost looks like a cash grab to celebrities. But the regular Joe could also sue and get a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance,
right, but would she sue the regular Joe? She wouldn't.
No,
sue
but
regular
that's
Joe for
but
financing.
no, but it happens a lot. It's just not publicized. Like, let's say, for instance, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Let's say I'm with you or whatever the case may be. And because a lot of regular Joes get sued, you know what I'm saying? I know several people that have gotten money from something happening to them, whether it was in their childhood, whether as an adult something happened to them, or whatever the case may be.
But
so
a judge has to prove a monetary number on. You just can't sue. I'm suing you for $100,000. No, that doesn't
right. But
work
what
that
I'm
way.
trying to say is, you do have a case, whether it's a regular Joe or whether it's, Trey Songz. I don't care if she was drinking with him. If I go and chill with you, and me and you were drinking and having fun and stuff like that, even if you may think whatever the case, to reach over and insert your hand in somebody's bra, and that's out of line. You know what I'm saying? That's like a woman walking up to you and grabbing your penis.
We're not getting the argument out of me, but what I'm saying is that she's not trying to press legal charges. She's trying to sue him in civil court for financial gain. That's where you lose credibility. If it's a situation where she would say, you know what, I'm suing him, I'm taking him to court, I want a legal trial because I was violated, which is right, her space. But now you're trying to take him to civil court because I'm trying to get paid. That's
listen. Listen. If I go hang out with Trey Songz and he inappropriately touches me, even if the average Joe inappropriately touches me, or I feel violated by the inappropriate, or whatever the case may be, I would do the same thing.
That's
and listen,
criminal court though, Ange. It's two different. It's a difference. You would go to criminal court because you would say, "Hey, he disrespected me. Not disrespected me. He violated my space. That's a crime, right?" So obviously, the statute of limitations or whatever from a criminal situation, she's going to civil court.
So what's the difference?
The difference is a criminal court is, hey, you found guilty of a criminal charge. That's jail or parole.
Right.
That's right.
But I would want a payday too. Either way.
You might not get a payday. That's
but
what
I would pursue it. I would pursue it. If you go outside right now and you fall on the steps of your front freaking building because of some negligence or something happened,
but that wouldn't be criminal court.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
It does.
I would do both. I would do criminal court and get a payday.
You can't. It's no. You know what?
I would try. Listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. If I was assaulted, groped, R word, anything by a celebrity, I'm getting my justice and I'm getting paid.
Take the celebrity out of it. Let's say she was just at the beach and somebody was drunk and did the same thing.
And she sued them, pay her, yeah.
But would she wait? Would it be a 9-year hiatus between?
Who cares? I think people deserve to be paid. That's where me and you are differing.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can't tell me you wait 9 years and you're not going to criminal court. You're going to civil court. You can't that you lose credibility.
I don't care what court it is. Give me some money, and I would encourage anybody to
But you know what, Ange, and I know we're speaking on this. I'm not condoning it, but this is why people who are celebrities feel they have the right to do things like that. Doesn't make it right, but for the same reason, somebody would say, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna take that money." That's the reason why.
That's if something happens to you. We're not saying go into the thing. See, you're changing it. Don't go into the link up saying that you're going to set this person up or you're going to try to use them from. See, now that's bad karma. But if something happens to me, if you coming in there intentionally saying I'm going to get next to him so I could try to find a way to extort him from money, that's very different than actually getting touched. Or R word or assaulted or anything like that. You deserve, I believe, that people deserve. Although money doesn't make it better, I believe if you have any type of trauma in your life, I believe let people get paid. Why not?
So again, and we're playing devil's advocate. Again, I want to reestablish I'm not condoning this behavior. But again, if this woman goes on a jury, goes on a goes seat in front of a jury, she's gonna get cross-examined by Trey Songz' lawyer, and that's what's gonna be asked. Okay, when this happened, it's on video, and everybody reacts differently. You didn't look like you were surprised. You didn't like you was insulted. What was your interaction with Trey Songz after this? See, it's a lot of stories that, again, we have to sit back and say, okay, did she see him again? Did they hang out later? Again, so
either way, if she didn't want, either way, he has no right to do that. That's not, what I'm saying.
Nobody's saying that. But what I am saying is that it does kill credibility when you're saying I'm going to civil court instead of criminal court, because it's not about what he did. It's about, I want to get paid for it.
Get that money, girl, because Trey Songz is nasty if this is the type of time that he's on. And this is not the first girl. This is not the last girl, I'm sure. And, you just got to be careful out here. You know what I'm saying?
Surprised if that gets thrown out of court.
I wouldn't, but don't be surprised if, something really bad happens to Trey Songz. You know what I'm saying? Because karma comes back to you. And a lot of people.
The only way in this case, and I'm not saying the other stuff because we know he got issues. The only way in this case she gets something is if he's done more and she's got more dirt.
It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to touch people.
I understand, but we're talking about the case, right? I understand that. We're right, but we're talking about, you're saying,
yeah, and I find what I saw to be very inappropriate. I could just $5 million. I can just go by what I saw on the video.
Right.
What I saw was inappropriate. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's invited. You know what I'm saying?
And also, ladies, if you know somebody's got a track record, don't go hang with them. Somebody go hang out with OJ when you know he done killed his wife.
But that's victim. Listen, let me tell you something. It's up to him to have self-control. If he's a monster and you go around him in a thong, it's not your fault if he touches you. I want to make that quite clear.
That wasn't in a public place. That was a private setting.
No, it wasn't. There was people there.
Right,
this was not private.
That wasn't no public beach. They were in some area,
and that was inappropriate. What I saw was inappropriate.
Nobody's saying it wasn't inappropriate, Angie. But what I am saying is that if you know that bad things happen at night, then I'm not going to go in a certain neighborhood at night. That's what I'm saying.
She was doing nothing wrong but drinking and having a good time. She didn't do anything wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. I will not say that. No.
You're going to make me want to really put my Johnny Cochran and dive into this case. And I'm not saying he's
You
right.
could do that. But listen. We gotta stop victim shaming. Not saying that you're victim shaming. I'm not saying that you're doing that, but I don't like when people say women gotta stop this and women gotta stop that. Oh, your ass wouldn't got touched if you wasn't wearing that. Oh, you wouldn't have got our word if you wasn't hanging around. Listen, how men need to take accountability and keep their hands to themselves and have some type of self-control. I don't care if she was giving you head in the car on the way to the hotel. If she gets to the hotel with you and she says no, it is no.
But that's a whole different thing.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
No, but what I'm saying, it
doesn't matter if she was talking and laughing with him prior.
Let me say this, and then we can move on. All I'm saying is this. If I know, if I have intel on somebody, right? I have the intel, and I know that this person has allegedly done some things, I am not going to partake in that situation.
She's not partaking. She was having a drink, chilling. He decided to come over there and do that.
So you're saying that she was just a stranger?
It doesn't matter if she was hanging out with him before and she had sex with him after. If at that moment she didn't want to be touched, don't touch me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that's your wife. And she don't want to be touched in a particular moment.
It's like what we're seeing with Johnny Depp, right?
You made a point.
No, I'm making a point that if now here we go. If he was just out in a random situation and he ran up and grabbed somebody's boob, that's
no,
different.
stop changing the goalposts.
No,
you said
Ange,
you gotta
hear
see.
me. You gotta hear me for a second. You're not hearing me.
I'm not letting you do that. You said, Kev, if she hung out with him after, what was her relationship prior?
You can replay this. You didn't hear what I said. I said if you know a person has a track record, right? Whether it's relationships, whatever it is, I am not going to entertain that person. Again, hold on. Let me get my thing out. Unless it's a situation that you're saying, from what you're trying to say, is that they were on.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing. You're making it that. What I'm saying is, when you said the cross-examination is going to say, well, what was your relationship prior? And what did you hang out with him after? It doesn't matter. If at that moment she didn't want to be touched, it doesn't matter if he was OJ.
We agree at that part. We agree there. I'm just saying
even if she was hanging out with him, Kev, it doesn't matter.
I agree with you, Angie. We're not arguing on that. I'm just saying we as people have to make better decisions on who we associate with. We as people
have to control our hands.
That too. But also, you're not going to put yourself in a situation. You're not going to hang around a person who's a murderer, and you know he's a murderer. Why would
he wasn't convicted? But again, I could argue from the other side and say, okay, well, maybe he was cool with her up until this point. Maybe she didn't see that in him the same way that the public is sticking up for Trey Songz, saying these are lies. Maybe she thought it was a lie until she hung out with him and he inappropriately touched her. My thing is this, you know what I'm saying? I get very protective. And it's not only over women, it's over men too.
Right.
I get very protective. If a person doesn't want to be touched, fondled, groped, I don't care if they were having sex with you and in the middle of sex, they say no. I don't care what it is. I don't care if she was hanging out with you.
We don't have an argument there.
Right.
All I'm saying is,
I don't care if she was hanging out with him.
Positions where you know the answers to the test. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
She could have.
Listen, because she could have hung out with him prior. We don't know. This could be somebody that
don't know. I'm just talking about.
This could be a company party. This could be somebody that's employed by him. This could be a businessman. We don't know. So we can't tell her, oh, don't hang out with him, especially if he never.
But beyond that case, let's move away from that for a second. I'm just saying that to our listeners and viewers that if you have intel on somebody and the intel is not good, don't just go hang out with that person. That's all I'm saying. If we don't know all the particulars in this case, but if Trey Songz has got this litany, which we all admit is the case, right? And you say, well, I'm gonna go out with him anyway because he got some money, he got some fame. What makes you different than all the others?
Listen, this is all BS to me. You know why? Because I've been in plenty of these situations and this is all BS to me, okay? I've worked in the industry. I've worked in parties. I've been around R&B singers with a whole lot of money that can get the blonde Barbies, the black Barbies, the white Barbies, all this other kind of stuff. I have presented myself professional in certain situations, and certain ones of my friends that worked in the party scene with me, they know this story. We had a very popular R&B singer come to one of our events. I was clearly part of the staff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't dressed inappropriately. I wasn't drinking. I was working, and I specifically, when I used to work in clubs, I specifically dressed non-club like, so you know that I'm sticking out. Everybody's in club clothes. I'm either in casual work clothes or jeans and a shirt. Like, you gonna know that I'm not part of this, what you got going on.
Okay.
So we went to go take a promotional picture for the event, and the said person put their arm around me and started sliding their hand down my back. But I'm that type. Listen, I'm that type of person. I don't play that. So I caught the hand.
Right.
And I squeezed it until he was like this.
Well, that's an assault.
Now, wait a second. Not every woman is like that. Somebody would have sat there and allowed him to go down the back up to the ass. You understand what I'm saying? This person was intoxicated. This person had a lot of people in the VIP section, a lot of women. Okay. PUSSY at his disposal, but he chose to do that. You understand what I'm saying? And then after that whole situation happened, we took the promotional video and stuff. I was able to catch his hand. He already knew I wasn't on that type of time. I went to the back and I was telling other people that I was working with. And one of the younger persons was like, oh wow, you like that. Anybody, any woman would be happy to have so and so do that to them. That's the type of time. That's what I don't. Listen. I didn't put myself in the wrong situation. I'm not a groupie. So to be greeted back with, oh, you like, I don't play stuff like that. Well, you understand what I'm saying?
That's because people idolize entertainers. And
right.
That's the unfortunate part.
Right. So to end it, it doesn't matter who you're around, what reputation they have, whether you're working, whether you're not working. People need to learn how to control themselves. And women, you know what I'm saying, don't feel like, I know it's easy for me to say because I'm more of like an outgoing person, and I would check somebody right at the door like, yo, or, do something like, Not everybody is like that. Some people might let an entertainer or a person with stature or power touch them, and then they think about it after and have a little bit of PTSD, and then they go back to sue them. Not to say that sometimes it's not a cash grab, but a lot of times men just be creeps, period. And a lot of other men, they don't want to acknowledge that because they don't see that side. Because that same guy that did that to me, he turned around and he took a picture with a guy that I was working with, and the picture was like this. They was giving each other pounds. Right. So that guy sees that in him. He doesn't see that creep that's going to try to fondle him for the picture.
I'm saying,
you understand what I'm saying?
That when criminal and civil are two different things. Nobody will ever knock. I don't believe in that. I support women. I'm raised by a mother. I got sisters and nieces. But don't tell me your first court appearance is going to civil because somebody did something you now want to sue for $10 million.
Go get that $10 million. Make every man pay for what Trey Songz did. Let's move on. Because that stuff gets me hot. Like, because I've been in a lot of situations where people, been inappropriate, and
nobody knocks the court. But again, your first thing is to get a check. When it was 9 years ago, you should have went to criminal.
Shoot, court. I probably should have got to check my whole damn life. The inappropriate stuff happened. Shoot, I'd be a freaking millionaire.
With the court, we would be.
I tell you, men be trying it sometimes. Trust and believe women when we tell y'all. Men be trying it.
What's the next story, Ann? Because we gonna
right.
have a.
Speaking of court, Black China takes the stand. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so she was crying today in court.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of payday, listen, I'm on your side with this one. I think this is a payday.
Thank you. At least we agree on something tonight.
Yeah, I think this one is a payday. Okay. All right. So, all right, here we go. I also want to tell you what happened with what Charlemagne said. Okay. All right. So the first thing is Black China burst into tears in court over nude revenge porn pics Rob Kardashian once posted during an explosive trial. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, he posted some explicit pics of Blac Chyna online. And that's when she got the lawyer, Lisa Bloom.
Yeah.
And Lisa Bloom made that big case for revenge porn. And then all the ladies wanted to work with Lisa Bloom after that because they wanted to get a payday. Now there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it says, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. I'm getting my stories from them. I feel like their stuff is cleaner. And shout out to Keisha because Jason Lee, he does Hollywood Unlocked and he does his rooms on Clubhouse. And Keisha is one of his mods and stuff. And she does a lot of the stories on here. And I just think not to like,
they do a good job.
Yeah, not to put down any other, urban media websites, but I feel like they do a good job. So shout out to Keisha. I'm reading one of the things she said. Okay, so the trial between Blac Chyna and the Kardashian-Jenner family continued this Thursday with the model left in tears. According to the latest update on her case, Chyna broke down in court over nude revenge porn photos that her ex Rob Kardashian once posted online. The Sun reports that the 33-year-old took the stand this morning as part of her lawsuit against Rob's mother, Kris Jenner, and the sisters, Kim, Khloe, Kylie, for allegedly getting her reality show axed in 2017. While getting cross-examined by the Kardashians' attorney, Michael Rhodes, Chyna was asked to look at her declaration to the court, which included her nude photos. From there, she became visibly upset, per the outlet. As the model tried to grasp for words, it was said that she got choked up and started wiping her face. This made Chyna's lawyer, Lynn Ciani, outraged that the nude photos were even brought up in the courtroom. The news site reports that Ciani then demanded they not be shown to the jury. These are highly prejudicial naked photos of my client. She said, although the Kardashians' attorney apologized for upsetting China, she went on to question why she called the press conference for the restraining order and appeared on the national television to discuss the photos, leading to her second question. If she wanted publicity, China insisted, publicity, no. Rob put nude pics of me on the internet, she added, claiming that she wanted to stop Rob from causing any further embarrassment.
Yeah, but she took Rob to the strip club where she worked at. Listen,
that's
man.
what I'm trying to say. Because why are you crying about nude photos, China, when the world already saw you naked because you were a sex worker for a long time? And when I say sex work, I don't mean prostitute, because strippers, bar, like anything in, you know, the adult entertainment industry is considered a sex worker. So we done saw you naked. We already saw your sex tape that was online of you giving fellatio. We already seen that, but I could see if it was like a person that, like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is embarrassing to have those photos seen, but like, China, we all seen you butt ass naked so many times already.
Here's the deal with that. And again, this is putting on my advertising. I already have a hat on. Putting my proverbial advertising hat on for a minute. Tears in courtrooms help public opinion, right? So the fact that somebody starts crying on a, you know, sitting in front of the judge on, you know, under oath, makes you feel like, you know what, this person's human. I can't take no more. The reality is this. The case that she's come up, she's not going to win the case. And maybe deep down, maybe even her lawyer might have told her to cry. Like, again, tears in court sometimes work. Don't you see when people start breaking down in court? Oh, my baby. The baby done killed like 45 people. It's a tactic. And I'm not saying all tears in court are tactics. But let's be real. The woman lives naked, so we going to have a problem. Probably everybody on that those jurors all saw her naked, so we gonna act like, you know, this one picture is gonna make her break down. Come on,
they tried to make it seem like in court, like, oh my God, I'm mortified. Let me clutch my pearls. These naked pictures are in here, and it's like, we're talking about Black China here. Not to say her body is not her temple, and even sex workers and people who show their body are, I mean, they didn't deserve that to happen. You know what I'm saying? She didn't deserve to have that revenge porn out there. I get it. It doesn't matter if she's a sex worker or not. But
it's just like it's just like, look, how can you hurt me? Like, it's just like, you put out something. Maybe the revenge porn, she ain't make no money off it, so that's probably annoying to her, but come on, it's like,
I think they went to court for that revenge porn back then, because Rob Kardashian had to take a long time off social media for that. He got in trouble for that. I think she probably got paid for that already. All right, cool.
Don't make a hoe a housewife.
Oh Lord, I didn't condone the word calling women HOs.
I'm not calling women that, but I'm just saying, you know, you put yourself in a situation. Everybody on the same page, and that could be men and women, you know.
No, I get it. You got it. Yeah,
the future situation, like you just can't do that. And again, it's about making decisions. We talked about this yesterday. Life can be a simple situation if you just think before you do. Like they always say, don't hit send. Well, don't hit send in real life until you know what's going on. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. All right, check this out now. All right, now staying on China. So Charlemagne sparked a debate. Charlemagne the God.
Right.
So it says, do you agree? Charlemagne the God says any man would lose their livelihood if they admitted to jokingly putting a gun to a woman's head. Black China tells the court she was joking when she put a gun to Rob Kardashian's head and iPhone cord around his neck. So it says, looks like the Breakfast Club weighed in. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. This comes from them. Looks like the Breakfast Club weighed in on Black China, saying she was joking when she put a gun to Rob Kardashian's post. That's when Charlemagne the God said, any man would lose their livelihood if they admitted to jokingly putting a gun to a woman's head.
He's absolutely 100% correct.
I mean, shoot, when we talked about this yesterday, we laughed.
How many times guns have one left in the chamber?
That's why me and you laughed when we heard that she said she was joking when she did that with the gun, because it's like, how much of a lie could that be? Like, come on.
Like, how you gonna go to court and think they go? I mean, at the end of the day, Charlemagne was correct. And if anybody argues that, then something's wrong with them. Because
Yeah,
again,
that's scary. It's scary. I wouldn't even play like I don't like guns anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm scared of them anyway, and I wouldn't play like that and point it at anybody.
and again, you got to know your mate, right? Rob Kardashian ain't from that world.
No.
Maybe if you dealing with like, little Uzi or something, Kodak, you could probably that might be a term of endearment. But that boy ain't from that life. That's why it's like, you get caught up in a situation. You thought you was a playboy, and this woman here come full barrel. No pun intended, because he didn't know what hit him.
Yeah. He just was like, damn, she looked good. I want to smash, but he don't know. You
And
get her pregnant. Look at
it was the revenge from what his sister and her baby daddy. So it's like the games are being played at high stakes, and you gotta know everybody don't love you just because you got a couple dollars, and that goes back to the other story we talked about. Not saying these stories are not, people don't have the right intentions, but on the surface, and that's all we can judge is on the surface, you put yourself out there.
Right. Yeah, it's sad, I hope that they rectify this situation.
It's a lot of streaming platforms. Somebody will pay her some money to do a reality show.
I know. She already has.
Yeah, okay.
No, I was saying she already had a show on Zeus. I think 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And they show a lot of the toxicity between her and her mom. And I mean, I can't help, like, no fun. Like, I'm not even going to front. Like, I can't help but feel sorry for China a little bit, because we see the explosive anger. We see how she acts out. We see her behavioral problems. And we see that she's, a loose cannon and stuff. Mm-hmm. But also, I've seen the reality shows where I don't know if you've seen how her mother talks to her and how her mother treats her. It really is sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point where her mother will be screaming in her face, calling her all types of B's, putting her hand. Like, she treats her crazy.
Remember, it's on TV. So you gotta look at that as a grain. It's on camera. So anybody who lives their life on camera, it's got to be loosely descripted,
and it's really embarrassing.
It's 100%.
No, I think a lot of it is real, because Tokyo Toni has even made videos towards her daughter. She's even put stuff out publicly. Like, if my mom, God forbid, ever says something to me like, "You ungrateful little B, you know how many men I had to have sex with to provide for you," like, she says stuff like that to China, like, very just like mental abusive stuff, yells at her, like, she kind of mistreats her. So
but on the flip side, and you gotta understand that some people sell their souls for money. They don't have to put that on TV. China.
Well, I think China's embarrassed from that.
Right, but if Black China was so embarrassed, she wouldn't do the show. So you can't tell me that you got a problem with it, but yet you want the world to see it. No, you're getting paid for it, and you don't mind selling your soul for that access. Because again, they're not going to put you on TV to walk, to do your hair and go to the gym. They're going to put you on TV for the scandalous pictures,
content,
scandalous content. Thank you. So you accepting this? When they remember TV, they're going to edit this stuff. You're sitting there going, "Oh wow, my mama called me this, did that." What are you going to do? You still doing the show?
No, I feel what you're saying, but I'm just saying, outside of that, I like when you want to talk about the behavioral problems of Black China, I think it comes from, a lot of people's behavioral issues, or a lot of manners they learn, a lot of etiquette they learn, a lot of behavioral, it stems from your family. So seeing the mom,
what is she doing now to get out the better?
Well, that's a different story. But what I'm saying, that's a whole. We can unpack that at another time. We know, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, it makes me sad, because I tend to look at things outside of the box. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe that's the psychology in me or whatever. But I'm also an empath, and I'm very compassionate. And I do get that it's about a bag for her, you know what I'm saying? And whatever the case may be. But I also do feel bad with the way her mom treats her. And I know she loves her mom. So it's kind of like, I don't like to get in between people's like family stuff. I'm just saying, like, this is what I've seen, when I watch this stuff. So
you have a good heart.
Oh man. Speaking, yeah. Okay, so let's see where are we going next. All right, we're gonna go here. Mike Tyson's punch out. All right, did
Wow.
you hear about this story?
I caught it before we went on air. Yes.
All right. So Mike Tyson claims that a man threw a water bottle at him before Mike Tyson was punching him on the plane.
I don't know who would do that. Who's stupid enough to throw a water bottle at Mike Tyson?
They have a video of the man antagonizing Mike Tyson on the plane before he got hit.
He must have a death wish.
It says reps for Mike Tyson made the claims in a statement to TMZ Sports, also saying the passenger on the San Francisco plane was aggressive during the incident as well. Unfortunately, Mr. Tyson had an incident on a flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him, Tyson's rep said Thursday, and threw a water bottle at him while he was in his seat. And look, this is the guy. Is this? Hold on. This is George Soldier to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson. You see that?
I got a couple of questions about this, Ange. Number one, why is Mike Tyson flying coach? Number two, why would anybody want to fuck with Mike Tyson?
Look,
my French. I know. I saw the video.
I'm showing them.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
If there's any celebrity / figure that does not care, it's Mike Tyson. And I would have to assume you have a death wish, or you're trying to be like some of these females and get a lawsuit to mess with Mike Tyson. But why is Mike flying commercial and coach? I look coach. I look like a coach seat.
And he was in the back seat too. He didn't even have a good seat.
Yeah, Mike was like in row 70 by the bathroom. Maybe that's why he was so angry. Somebody booked me this flight. This is preposterous.
You don't go behind nobody and be in their ear like that. The way that guy was like in his region. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike's flying by himself.
Yeah, that's bad business.
Yeah, that makes for a perfect storm. Like Mike Tyson's going through regular checks, sitting coach, flying by himself, and like, yo, this is just that equals for a recipe for disaster.
Yo, these little kids better put some respect on Mike Tyson's name. That's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was my favorite game when I was 6 years old.
Now that's something right there. If you want to talk about, we talked about civil. That's going to have to be an out of court settlement.
Yo, but he was antagonizing him.
It doesn't matter. You cannot. First of all, that's a federal offense when you're in an airplane and you commit a crime. That's not even state.
Oh God!
It's now federal. And the flight didn't even leave. It's probably still on the ground. But it's still, once they close that cockpit, it is now federal. It's not even state. It's not city, state no more. Mike, remind me of the Dapper Dan years, knocking out Butch Green in front of Dapper Dan's in Harlem. You can't do that. But yeah, y'all gotta stop messing with Mike, because Mike don't care.
Y'all better leave Mike alone.
Mike is somebody that's old school Brownsville stand up. He don't play that. But Mike, please, next time,
damn,
start
man,
a flight. Don't fly coach.
Word.
Like he was flying Spirit Airlines at that. Don't do it, Mike.
Damn, he probably was just trying to, get a little flight. He had somewhere to go real quick. It might have been like a 30-minute flight. Like, let me just jump on this thing. I can't get nothing else.
Mike, you better call Mayweather and get down with him. He got a private plane. He could have sent you one of his flights. Call Floyd.
Yeah, you too famous for this, Mike. You too legendary. These little bastards.
That kid probably won the payday, so he was bloodied up. Busted nose.
Damn.
Now he's going to get a payday. He won't even have to go to court. Once his lawyer calls Mike's lawyer, because first of all, he's going to have to press charges. And it's good.
Did you hear the people? Did you hear the people in the background? Mike, get off him, come on, Mike. Mike was done. Like, get the.
Once Mike touched him, Mike said, "You know what? I'm screwed anyway. I marvel. Let him remember me."
Instead of like hitting him, punching him, he probably should have just like strangled him and threw him real quick. Like just grabbed him by the throat and threw him.
And I don't know if anybody saw Mike's last like exhibition fight when he fought Roy Jones, and
That was a while ago.
a couple years ago, right? And Mike was putting that work in. You see how close this man was punching. Mike was punching. He might make some money, but he gonna feel that. He gonna have some teeth fixed, teeth, nose, eye socket. Mike was like this close. Mike Tyson punch out.
Mike Tyson punch out. Mike Tyson ain't all there. You know what I'm saying? He be having some times where he could lose it. So hopefully he didn't use all his strength on the guy. Listen, but
he was point blank range on that man's face. Listen, I don't care if Mike was using 20% of his strength, point blank range.
Will Smith, look what you started out here, man. This is Will Smith's fault.
Get jiggy with it. Nah.
Will Smith, this is your fault that Mike Tyson did this. You need to go to jail for what Mike Tyson did, because that's your fault.
I can't blame Will for that one.
This is all Will Smith's fault. Every assault that happens from now
flying commercial.
Every assault that happens from now on is Will Smith's fault.
Getting jiggy with it. Nah.
He ain't getting jiggy. Will Smith about to be getting jiggy out his money out that bank account to pay Chris Rock, because Chris Rock about to have a payday.
I don't know if this is part of your stuff. Speaking of that, I hear that there's no joy in Mudville between Jada and Will, that there's some real talk being discussed about them separating. Now, knowing Will, he probably ain't got no prenup. So they live in California. Will gonna be doing YouTube videos in a minute, because she gonna take a lot of his money.
YouTube. Oh man.
He gonna be doing I remember how Ice-T used to do all those little bootleg movies.
Yeah.
That's what Will Smith gonna be doing in a minute, because after Jada Pinkett probably take about 70% of his earnings, he gonna have to continue to make movies, all type of films. He's gonna be doing these little those little like skits on those Instagram skits.
Oh yeah, like those little Insta comedians. I'm dead.
We'll have to hustle, man, because California is a monster when it comes to divorce, and I know he ain't got no prenup. I know Will ain't got no prenup.
My thing is this: his kids are grown. Well, damn near grown. Because Willow might be fully grown. I'm not sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Jada Pinkett Smith is working, so why would he be paying spousal support to her? She got a job.
They have no prenup. Marriage, family assets. Now you got to distinguish between what's Jada's and what's Will's. No.
Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah, and you live in a high frequency state. California, they will take you for everything. But some folks might say, Will, if you lose 60% of your fortune, it's worth it.
Well, look at Kanye and Kim. He left her with the houses and whatever. They're not having financial issues. I mean, they're both billionaires plus, but
Kim decided Kim got more than Kanye personally. Kim decided that she didn't want none. See, Kim right now is in love, right? When you got something, that's probably what's bothering Kanye a lot too. Like, wait a minute, this woman don't want no money from me. She don't want my time. She don't want nothing. Mm-hmm. That's why he's trying to hold out, because again, I don't need you. When you're self-sufficient, you keep your chips. I'm straight.
And also, what makes it really, and not to get into their financial business and take a huge deep dive, but I do know that he gave her stocks and shares in his company Yeezy, because I remember for Christmas she was saying that he did that for her, so she has ties within his business.
Kim would give that stuff back if it meant just you don't call them, just don't get your kids every 2 weeks. Kim would give those stocks back.
Probably.
That's how much that's really the issue that Kanye is having. That
Kim is off him.
Right. Kim is like, yo, I don't need no dick. I don't need your money. I don't need your houses. That's why he is furious, because it's like people like him and most A-type personality people feel like you need me for something. No, I don't need you for Jack Murphy.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. Like, yo, it's like this woman, and then you got the other dude laying up in the crib, and it supposedly is laying the pipe down bedding you. So when you add all those pieces up, like, no wonder man going crazy.
Man. Shout out to Will and Jada.
Getting jiggy with it.
I'm dead.
Oh my God.
All right.
Laying the pipe better. Like, nah, no man want to hear that. Man, and then he's a white boy at that. So like he probably said this white boy is laying the pipe bigger down than me. I'm telling you, egos can be
I've heard they said that,
they say he's Dirk Diggler.
They say Pete Davidson is holding.
They say he's like Boogie Nights. He's Dirk Diggler, like he's walking around with 3 shoes on.
Kanye looked like his is average, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't know.
I ain't got that. I just heard about Dirk Diggler. I don't know what Kanye got, but obviously it's something because Kim is 12 years older than him, and he got this girl eating pizza in Staten Island.
Right.
Like, wait a minute, think about that. You got Kim Kardashian eating hoagies and pizza. Really? She must be.
Some of my family lives over there, and they're like, yeah, Kim and Pete were just at so and so restaurant. They be out in Staten Island.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he must be giving her the monster. This chick used to eating caviar and steak. She eating pizza and pepperonis.
She just want normalcy. She just wants that normal Staten Island lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna be hanging out with the mob wives in a minute.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's touch on this over here before we get to the topic that we want to talk about today. Let's just touch on this real quick. All right. Benzino was back in the news, y'all.
This brother, enough already with this brother. This brother taking enough.
He spazzed out, Kev. Okay, so remember how he was allegedly accused of having relations with SHAUNA Brooks, the transgender?
Right, which is on tape.
Which there was a conversation on tape, right? Which he denied, right? So now he's threatening SHAUNA Brooks because allegedly, all right, let me just read what happened. Let me get in here because the saga goes on. Benzino, okay. So first of all, he's wilding. Benzino refers to transgender people as transformers in new tweets. So you already started out bad with the transformers, okay? So Benzino goes, if you say something going against the LGBTQ community and they rally and raise hell, but when these transformers lie and try to trick straight men, nobody from the LGBTQ community says anything. So when they get found behind a dumpster with 2 in the face, you shouldn't say anything. All right, Benzino.
A little much there, Benzino.
He goes, this person has crossed a dangerous line, and I've already accepted that at 56 years old, I will die now or go to jail for the rest of my over my name, reputation, and legacy. This weirdo MF is playing with y'all, not me. He/she still haven't said that we ever met in person. So SHAUNA Brooks puts out these this conversation. I guess a Benzino threatening her. So it goes, now you've been warned. You don't know me, but soon I will show you who I really am. So SHAUNA goes, I never said anything about you, Zeno. What are you referring to? So they kind of like take out the curses here, but it says, he goes, look something. I that till this day haven't even met in person. You trying to make it seem like we were in some type of relationship. You keep playing word semantics. Enough is enough. I'm threatening you and everything else. You keep lying on me. I'm going to hunt you down and I'm going to jail, period. No more texting, no more nothing. This internet is going to make you lose your effing life. And 50 Cent is an effing coward because I guess 50 Cent is antagonizing the situation too. Right. He ain't going nowhere without police. And he ain't gonna save you. Go holler at him or Young Buck. Them N-words are into you. I've never ever been with a man and never ever will. So this is my last time texting. Like I said, I'm 56 years old. I've accepted that I will die now or go to jail for the rest of my life over my reputation and legacy. So SHAUNA goes, I don't know what's your motivation and why you're doing this, but I'll go to jail for the rest of my life over this. I don't give a F about so Okay, this is what Benzino was saying. I don't know what your motivation or why you're doing this, but I'll go to jail for the rest of my life over this, and I don't give a F about the LGBTQ police or anything else. I never met you in person, but I tell you that you keep playing with me, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. So now it says, all right, so they're going back and forth. And he goes, I'll put two in your face, continue with my day and night, and call my lawyer to listen to him. He's wilding. I will put two in your face, continue with my day or night, and call my lawyer to make sure he's on point with my bail situation. Get bailed, go to trial. What happens, happens. I will go to jail for the rest of my life over this. I lived a great life and will sleep good, knowing that I defended my name, honor, reputation, and legacy. I don't give a F about you commenting on here. This is a safe place for cowards and PUSSYs. I'm really outside and never in my life had security. I'm not into chicks with DICKS or gay men. If that's what y'all like, then that's y'all. So keep the same energy when you see me in person, and I hope you're willing to die for yours, and I'm ready to die for mine. Signed, Raymond E. Scott, a.k.a. Benzino, a.k.a. Ray Dog, a.k.a. Whatever his other name is. It says, if you had any sense at all, you would notice every time the Transformer says something, it's always people or men or they. It's never Benzino, him or he. Like I said, I'm not playing with anyone. You come in my physical space with any of this, your family's burying you. I'm willing to sacrifice the rest of the moments I have left and make us sell my home or even die my honor. I hope you feel the same way. Oh yeah, God will understand because he ain't with that Transformer SHI toot anyway. So I'll get to see my mother. You could abandon, and then he posted a meme. You could abandon your own body, but never let go of your honor. So they said, wow, in new tweets, Benzino makes some shocking comments while trying to defend his legacy. He is also shutting down allegations again that claim he was in a relationship with transgender actress SHAUNA Brooks. So what's your thoughts on his latest tweets?
This is a situation. This is getting ugly. And this is where, excuse me, this is where technology and the internet and bullying of all sorts can get ugly. And this has just made a turn. I know we've joked about it and things like that. A lot of folks have. But this is a blatant threat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a situation with a man that obviously has had a lot of issues. Benzino at one point was very high in the food chain. I don't know where he's at now, but what's been put out that, you know, he's not in the same financial position that he once was. This is not good on anybody's part. For somebody to say that and go, oh, he's just saying that. You don't play with somebody when they come out and make these comments. And you never know what people go through. He might be in a situation mentally like, you know what, screw it. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's nothing to play with. If SHAUNA Brooks has got stuff, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. You know, like the 50 Cent stuff. Yeah, I get it. It's cool, funny and all that. But once it takes a turn, takes a pivot, it's not funny anymore. You know, I mean, years ago, people thought the East Coast, West Coast, what a Biggie Tupac thing was
right.
Just, you know, just guys beefing and two people lost their lives. Two influential trendsetters, men. One was a father, mother, the son, the whole. This is getting ugly. And I'm just going to tell people who care, don't feed into it. Because it might not even be the situation. It might not even be where the Benzino or the SHAUNA Brooks or the 50 or the Wax are involved. It could be somebody just plain involved on one side of the fence and gets involved and it becomes violent. It's now time for cooler heads to prevail. It's now time for people to say, look, it's not worth these conversations. Whatever you feeling, bro, whatever you do is your business. And that's that. Let it be, because people die of bullying. We've seen schools get shot up and churches get shot up, and you know, people commit suicide because of bullying. And with, you know, the internet now making the world a smaller place, that's just escalated.
Yeah,
it's time to let this thing go.
I agree. We spoke about this yesterday when we were talking about like how men are raised, how, you know, that bravado, how they're willing to die and spend the rest of their life in the penitentiary to uphold the image. I think what Benzino needs to do is, I get it. the type of accusations, especially if they're not true, for a man, especially a man of the street, is like the worst thing you could say about someone. But also at the same time, it's not worth spending the rest of your life in jail for doing something to somebody like that. So
this sounds like to me, Angie, somebody beyond, what we talked about. This sounds like somebody who has nothing to lose. Like, I'm just like, okay, I have nothing to lose, and if I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory, this is how I'm going out. And that's, I mean, again, I don't play with people. Where I come from, you don't play with somebody who tells you about it. Similar to what we talked about other comments. If you know what could be ahead of you, you avoid it. I'm not gonna walk on the same side of the street where they mark and chalk out. I'm gonna walk somewhere else. It's time for cooler heads to prevail and just leave this man alone.
Yeah.
Because when people start making those comments, because if SHAUNA Brooks, God forbid, takes a walk and trips, unbeknownst to Benzino, and something happens, who do you think they're gonna go to first?
Right.
So when people put this out here, this is not entertainment no more. This is not music. This ain't no reality show. This is real life. It's time for everybody just go in their corner and let this thing go.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what, Benzino? There's worse out there, like whatever he's going through, because we spoke about this earlier. He's been in the news a lot.
Yeah.
For being a hothead.
Reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, and being a hothead too, because like there's been rumors, and Benzino, it ain't me saying this, bro. This is just, I gotta show and I gotta say,
it's out there. It's out
there. There's
been
rumors, about steroid use, possibly, because his anger seems like very vicious.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not saying he is or isn't on that, but I don't know. It just is worrisome to me that he is like, so angry, and he is saying like, okay, basically he's like, I have nothing to lose, like.
It's a lot of people like that. It's people like who, when they lose all their money or their family jump off roofs, or they kill themselves, or there's all type of psychoanalysts that happen. But when you hear things like that, you take that seriously. Now, there'll be plenty who will just he ain't saying. It'll be plenty who play the opposite side. But I'm just telling the person it's directed to, it's not worth it. It's not worth clickbait. It's not worth more follows. Benzino is not Jay-Z or Denzel. You're not making any money or having a tape on Benzino. If that was the case, you already would have had, somebody knocking a TMZ or National Enquirer. So it ain't worth it. Let it go. If you had something, whatever, it ain't even worth it. You can't. There's no. It wouldn't even be worth it. It was monetary involved. If somebody came at you, but it's really not worth it because it's two strikes. You're going to threaten, get your life threatened, and you ain't making no monetary profit off it. There's nothing here. Let it go.
Yeah. Let's let that go. Mm-hmm. So you want to get into this topic we wanted to touch on tonight, or you want to save that for the next show, Kev?
We've had a lot tonight. I think we save a little goodies for later, but
all right.
We've debated a lot tonight. This has been our best show.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because I like debate. We've gotten along. We've been too cherry plum. We got some apples and oranges tonight, which is good.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So we're gonna save a good topic, and this is the topic we're gonna talk about on our next show, y'all. We're gonna talk about, are women too aggressive nowadays? Maybe you should rewind and listen to me get loud and make your decision on that. But we'll talk about that next time. We've had some topics that we've covered today, and yeah. So what are you doing this week, Kev? This weekend? Anything exciting?
Well, the weekends always start for me recording the best show in radio, with the best team in radio, 950 Lounge. Outside of that, maybe I might hit a brunch or two. You might see the kid. Obviously, throughout this COVID situation over the last couple of years, I've been like really trying to stay low. When I went to California, I had to go out for business, but mentally it was actually good for me to get out and just live a little. So I'm gonna try to do maybe a little brunch on Sunday. Hit a little spot. Show my face, show the boyish good looks. Try to make it happen.
Yes.
But outside that, I'm good. NBA playoffs are in full effect. I actually might go to the game Saturday night. The Nets are playing the Celtics game 3. I actually might go to the game. Somebody might be hooking me up with something. So, but nevertheless, just staying healthy and well is the MO,
That's what's up. If you see Kev at the if you see Kev at the game, make sure you say hi to him.
Don't walk with me out. Don't walk with him. Stay 6 feet.
Yeah, because Kev don't play that.
Close, you better wear a mask. I don't play that. I'm just saying.
He don't play that.
Chris Rock.
Yo, make sure y'all follow Kev at 950 Kev. Make sure you check him out on the app called Backstage. He got his show going on. Yeah. What about that sports show, Kev? What you doing with the sports show?
Yes, it's launching. KP on Sports is launching right after the Memorial Day holiday in early June. I'm really excited about that. It's funny. I started to revamp my Twitter over the last couple of days, really to kind of focus on the sports show. Obviously, always you don't get away from 950. That's the bread and butter. But I'm really excited about the sports show. Anybody who knows me, who has knew me in the past, realized that before the talk show and being LeBron James and radio game, sports was where I laid my hat on. I played, had a pro tryout, I coached. So it's in me. It's never left, and so it's an opportunity to take the business of sport, the conversation, intelligence of being a great orator, and just the joy and passion of talking sports. So I'm excited. Backstage Radio, iHeartRadio, Catch Card TV. It'll be on a bunch of places, and I'm excited. And then what I'm looking to do this fall is I'll be at some of your local, or not local, depending where you're at, some of your biggest HBCU games. Trying to get down to the Orange Blossom Classic in Labor Day weekend, Jackson State, Florida A&M, the Southern Heritage Classic in Memphis in September. Looking to go there. That's Jackson State playing Tennessee State, Deion Sanders, Eddie George. So we'll be doing some different things. Probably we'll try to include 950 in that.
That's what's up.
Certainly with the KP on Sports is my little passion. So looking forward to it. Big things ahead.
That's what's up, everybody. Make sure you tap into Kev Pryor. Please subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Angie's World. Thank you, Twitter.
One thing, Angie, I'm sorry to cut you off. I got to salute my boys here. The Garden State hurt. Big win last week. They go to Delaware this weekend. I won't be at the game this week, but I'll be at the game next week when they're back in New Jersey. Again, go to their Instagram page, Garden State Hurt, to find out more information on tickets and this cool apparel they got.
That's what's up. Yeah, I like that hat. That's really nice. Yeah. Is that a gold little emblem thing?
Yes, that's gold. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah, got a few things here. Got the black too, so
that's very nice.
We make it work. They take care of the voice of the team.
That's what's up, yo. Make sure you tap into Kev. Guys, you already know where to find me at All Things Angie's World 1. Twitter, I love y'all. Facebook, I love y'all. YouTube, I love y'all. Shout out to my online family. Subscribe to the channel, share. Thank you to the supporters. You guys have a good weekend. You'll see me and Kev next week. Enjoy yourselves. I have an interview that I'm dropping on Sunday, so make sure you tune in. Every Sunday I drop a new episode of Angie's World podcast, and me and Kev will be back next week. My name is Angie, aka Angie World. That's Angie's World. That's Kev Pryor. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be in Angie's World. And for that, I love you. Peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend. Love y'all.